Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode here at Two World Order. We are trying something different today. We are branching out from our nestled egg of wrestling, and we're going to do a review of a film.
A film that, after I rewatched it, I realized I think it's a little bit overrated. Elliot watched it once and decided it was immediately overrated, and that is Joker 2019. And it was a movie.
It is what I like to call Oscar bait, the Joaquin Phoenix story. I was not a fan, as was already stated. I watched this, but never wanted to watch it, but was drugged into watching it by another friend who thought it was going to be some other thing from some memes. I wasn't drunk enough for this. I did not care for it.
So, me being the resident Joker fan of the group, I have many Joker posters. I have a Joker tattoo, for goodness sake. I've got a bunch of Joker memorabilia. I like Batman, I like Joker, I like the duality of the two characters. I'm not going to go into a whole big spiel about why I think they're interesting and all that good stuff.
This man dropped duality in a sentence. I just want y'all to appreciate that.
It's because, I'm fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is drinking wine as we record.
Well, thank you for, spoiling how, the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Hey, it's alright.
Either way, I watched this movie the first time. I watched it in theaters. I had heard good stuff about it. I wasn't the biggest fan initially before it even came out, just from... I don't like Joker having an origin story. It kind of takes away the intrigue and the mystery behind him when he's just a regular guy. I know he is technically, but the most I need in my Joker is the whole one bad day aspect of it. If you're gonna give him an origin story, I'm fine with the whole under the Red Hood scenario type stuff. Or not under the Red Hood. Red Hood being his character, but
Yeah, close enough.
what's the one I'm thinking of?
You Joker expert, you gotta tell me.
I have it right here. Stall for time.
Well, I guess you could say it's the one bad day. Just
Killing
multiplied
Joke.
by like 3. Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke,
We are not. That's not gonna make us look good that we couldn't think of the Killing Joke.
I mean, like you said, I've been drinking, and just the movie, it wasn't great. Basically, like I was telling you before we started recording, when I had to explain this to someone else, I had to explain this to my dad to try to get him to watch it, because he hates this movie just like you, and he only saw like 5 minutes of it.
He's a good man.
He's a something. He made a good kid. Not talking about brother.
Mad City.
There you go.
Continue.
But I had to explain this to him as, don't look at it as a Joker movie or a Joker origin story. Look at it as a guy who just happens to stumble upon this whole character and become this larger than life character by just a series of events.
Which in my eyes means that this movie didn't need to exist. If it's just a regular movie with name recognition, being the Joker, because I'm pretty sure most people that saw it, like, would you really have saw it if it wasn't a Joker? If it wasn't called Joker? If it was just, Guy? If it was called Arthur Fleck or
Guy in clown paint.
Right, alternate taxi driver, you wouldn't have went to go see that. Don't lie to me. Because
Right.
It's one of those things where like it was on everybody's lips. I feel like the hype was there until it came out and people saw it and it was just kind of like, okay, whatever. It didn't have like any staying power from what I noticed.
So if we do want to go into detail here, there's a spoiler warning here. I mean, it's on HBO. We're all sitting at home. You got nothing else to do. Get HBO. Watch it.
If you want to suffer. Okay, suffer is a strong word. If you want to be bored.
If you want to, like I said, if you shut your brain off and don't watch this as a Batman or Joker fan, it's not the worst movie.
But it's so... There's like heavy-handed Batman reference. Okay, let's get in.
Here, I'm just going to go ahead and nip this in the bud right now. I think it is written in some type of movie-making scroll somewhere. Not even movies. In movies, anything where Batman is involved, movies, TV shows, video games, no matter what it is, even though we all know this is a thing, you need to see Batman's parents getting killed.
Apparently, it's just like some kind of like blood oath that people take, because I really honestly thought we were gonna go without that.
No, just like you will see Uncle Ben being killed in every Spider-Man.
But we haven't.
Either way.
Your point is taken. All right, so basically, the movie is, it's basically the build up to how this man, Arthur Fleck, that's the name we're going with in this adaptation, slowly becomes
Will just be named the sound as good.
Right. It would have been better. If his first name was The, I think I would have been more invested. So basically it shows how The was, manipulated. Not manipulated, so to speak, but how,
a series of unfortunate events, the Batman story.
Basically. R-rated, Lemony Snicket.
I would watch that.
I would probably enjoy it more than this.
It's a lot to get through if you really like comics, because there's so much more they could do with it.
Yeah.
The whole idea of, like, when they were building it up before he met Thomas Wayne about how he might be related to Batman, that would have been a little interesting.
It would have been different.
It would have been different.
Also, with that being said, in this movie, which I assume takes place in the 80s, I don't think it's ever explicitly said, but, judging from the set dressing and all that, Joker is Arthur is already 40 or something, and Bruce is a kid, so obviously you're not really supposed to take this as some kind of part of the DCU, but it's just kind of weird to be like, hey, you're gonna be 60 by the time Batman is a thing, so it's kind of I guess there's theories that he's not actually the Joker, it's like he influences the future Joker, but it's not. If that's the case, it's kind of even worse if they keep trying to ham-fist all these Batman references into it. And I just felt like it was just uncalled for. It's just like they feel like we have to have Batman be referenced, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because the movie's called The Joker and people wouldn't accept that without it, I guess. Even though the rest of the movie is basically just average man who is already a clown, ha ha ha. Because he starts off as a clown, for apparently there's a clown company that rents out their clowns to different things.
Yeah, at the beginning he's, holding a sign for a going out of business sale, which why would you hire a clown to?
Right, you're wasting money. Come buy our wares that we're not really selling already.
Although, if you show me a clown that brings a gun to a children's hospital, I'm hiring that clown for everything.
Well,
that clown's coming to my kids' future birthday parties.
Won't be too many birthday parties from that when the state takes them.
You're right, but still, it'll be entertaining. Best party of the year.
So basically, him and Ha, he gets assaulted. Various bad things happen to him. He has to care for a sick mother. We're gonna, I guess, build up sympathy because everybody has a sick relative and so on and so forth.
And that's, I think, the biggest reason why I didn't like it. And I think this is a movie and TV issue where every character has to be relatable or has to have some type of humanity to them. He's the Joker. That's the whole point. He's not supposed to be someone you sympathize with unless you're a crazy person like me. But just don't make him relatable. Don't make it, oh, well, he had all this stuff happen and that's why he does this and that. Just, the whole one bad day thing, you still kind of feel bad for him, but one bad day doesn't make you into a complete sociopath.
Right.
He's just a terrible person. Let him be a terrible person and just go on about your life.
We don't need the sympathy for the devil angle. We're not going to recap the entire movie because, that would take forever. But also,
this movie took forever.
It did take some years off my life, even though it was only 2 hours. Another thing, it didn't need to be 2 hours. There's a lot of random shots of, the Oscar bait, as I call it, Oscar bait the movie, with him just dancing and twirling after something has happened. They gave him the condition where he just kind of laughs randomly, which is probably a real condition. I'm not discounting that, but it just seems like something you put in
the Joker
to show
has to laugh.
That too, but we have to show how great of an actor he is with these random emotions, and of course the laugh. We have to show off his Joker laugh. It wasn't even a good Joker laugh. I guess that's not the point. But
no one's gonna top Mark Hamill, but every
smoking up cigarettes, you'll get there.
Every Joker from here on out should just have Mark Hamill's laugh dubbed over them post.
No matter how terrible it looks, it's acceptable.
Right.
So he has the different downfalls, and throughout the film, there's touches of him being an unreliable narrator, and this might not be how it really occurred. Because at the end of the film, I use the word film lightly. At the end of the movie, he has his "I've become the Joker" moment where somehow he's
saved from being arrested, and the cops die, but he doesn't die, and he's
worshipped in
with
the
his
streets,
internal injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just to wrap this whole thing up, I like ambiguity in movies as much as the next guy. Pulp Fiction is my favorite movie because I'm that person. I don't like happy endings in movies because I hate life and myself.
Same, as you all should.
Right, but I don't. This one was too ambiguous for its own good.
Right.
Like, I can't look at a single scene when the way they ended it, it's so. Which part of it was real and which one wasn't? At that point, it's just a waste of my, according to HBO, 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Right, because out of the 2 hours and 2 minutes, about 90 minutes of it is questionable as to what really happened. And I know that's supposed to be the point of the Joker. He has the multiple choice, origin story, but it's like, don't let me sit through that.
But then you also have that point in where you realize he hasn't been, and I apologize, I do not know her name, so we're just going to call her Atlanta. Right. She's a great actress, I love her, but I cannot remember her name. I'm not going to check it right now.
Domino Atlanta, that's her name.
Basically, so we get to the point where we realize that he hasn't been spending all of his time with her, and it's been like all this kind of weird dream-esque sequence. But then when you have a reveal within a reveal within a reveal,
it kind of loses all value.
Yeah, like you're just kind of wasting everyone's time at that point.
We don't really do grades overall because they're kind of arbitrary. But
I mean,
I can tell you recommendations. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I would say like DC doesn't have a great track record of movies coming out recently. Just watch The Dark Knight. Or any of the animated DC movies with the Joker. Watch Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. That's a good one.
Wait for the Snyder Cut. It's going to save everything.
There you go.
That's a whole other rant.
We got a whole year for that. Either way, I would say you can miss this one. It's not going to change your life unless you just are really bored. And even still, there's a bunch of other stuff you can watch.
I mean, at this point, it's been out for a while. So if you haven't seen it, you probably don't want to see it.
I mean, it's on HBO now. But
oh, well, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I'm good. I would give it a pass.
Yeah,
It's not too sweet.
There you go. Yeah, I paid for it the first time. I think I just enjoyed it more because I paid for it. But
sorry.
It is what it is. I had an obligation to. Personal one, not really. Either way, yeah, you can skip it. You're not gonna miss much.
Yes. So that is our review / ramble of Joker, aka Oscar bait, a Joaquin Phoenix experience production dream.
Dancing Clown, the movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of dancing. It's like, I swear, 7 minutes of dancing altogether throughout the movie.
Either way, that's gonna do it for us, y'all. Please, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Follow us on Twitter, 2 World Order 1, spelled out, TWO, World Order, number 1.
I'll put it in the description. We'll try to tweet more. There you go.
There you go. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a
Peace,
great day.
y'all.